The story that began with a single photo has taken a turn no one expected. Days after the world saw the tender images of young Mei holding a baby, another revelation began to surface, a quiet truth whispered between fans, then echoed across the internet. The father of the child is Yilu. At first, no one wanted to believe it. Yilu, the actor whose calm presence and deep voice had carried some of the most memorable dramas of the decade, had never been linked publicly to any scandal or romantic involvement. His career was built on discipline, mystery, and a gentle distance from gossip. He was admired for his honesty, his humility, and his deep respect for privacy. But then, an old photo began to reappear online, one taken years ago on a film set. It showed Yilu and young Mei sitting side by side between takes. They weren't looking at the camera. They were just talking. There was laughter in her eyes, quiet warmth in his. It was an ordinary moment, but now people looked at it differently. Sources close to the two confirmed what many had started to suspect, that their connection had begun long before the public ever noticed. During a drama they filmed together 3 years ago, they grew close. Away from the cameras, they shared long talks after filming, helping each other through exhaustion, loneliness, and the heavy weight of fame. Their bond deepened quietly, like something too fragile to expose. Young Mei, in one of her rare, private interviews months before she disappeared from the spotlight, once said, "The truest love is the one that doesn't need to be seen. It just exists." Now, those words feel like a hidden confession. When the photos of her and the baby surfaced, Yilu's silence spoke louder than any denial. His social media accounts went still. Then, yesterday, a short statement appeared on his official page. Just one line, "Every heart I protect. I do it with love." It was enough. The internet understood. Behind the lights and headlines, the truth was never a scandal. It was a story of two souls who found comfort in each other. But who chose to protect that comfort from a world that often destroys what it cannot understand? People who have seen them together describe their relationship as calm, kind, and full of unspoken respect. There were no grand displays, no public promises, only quiet moments, a shared umbrella, a warm glance, a hand reaching out at the end of a long day. Now a few months old, has brought a new rhythm to their lives. Neighbors, the young Mei often takes morning walks with the baby, and that sometimes Yilu joins them when he's not filming. They walk without guards, without masks, just as two parents learning to live between love and secrecy. And yet, there's sadness in their story too. They both knew that once the world found out, nothing would be the same. Fame has a way of turning love into headlines and tenderness into questions. But maybe, for them, the risk was worth it. Because in those photos, and in every quiet moment since, what stands out is not fear, it's peace. The kind of peace that comes from choosing love even when the world may never understand it. Young Mei remains silent. Yilu continues to work, his eyes softer now, his performances deeper. Perhaps both have found what they always sought, a love that anchors them, a reason to be still. For the fans, this revelation changes everything and nothing at once. Yes, the mystery is solved, but the emotion behind it remains the same. The photos were never about exposure. They were about life, about a woman, a man, and the little heartbeat that connects them. As one fan dutifully wrote online, maybe their love was never meant for cameras. Maybe it was meant for the quiet mornings, the whispered goodnights, and the small hands they now hold. And maybe that's enough. In a world hungry for drama, their story reminds us that love doesn't always need to be loud. Sometimes it's the softest truths that stay the longest. The world now knows the father's name, Yilu, but beyond the names, beyond the lights, what remains is a story of two hearts that found each other in silence and built a life that the noise can never destroy. And that, perhaps, is their real secret.